The Legend of Urinate Gate, a cautionary tale of ice, pee, and poorly understood mystical bureaucracy. A tale of ice, folly, and the unseen powers beneath the frozen lakes. Gather close, friends, and warm your hands by the fire, for this is a tale whispered across the northern lakes, a tale of two brothers, Mark and Brian, and the ancient forces that govern the frozen world. It began on a quiet winter morning when the brothers ventured onto the ice for a day of fishing. The air was still. The lake was silent. The world felt peaceful, too peaceful, some might say. As the day drew to a close and the gear was being packed away, nature called to Mark with the subtlety of a falling tree. And so, as any mortal man might do when standing upon a vast sheet of ice, he chose an empty fishing hole and relieved himself into its depths. What Mark did not know, what no mortal could know, is that this simple act awakened a slumbering power. For beneath the ice dwells a deity known only in the oldest, frostbitten legends. The mid-level regional manager of ice fishing holes. Not a god of great renown. Not a god of war or storms. But a god with a clipboard, a strict rulebook, and a deep, abiding hatred for anyone who pees where they shouldn't. The moment Mark's offering hit the water, the curse was triggered. The ice groaned. The wind shifted. Somewhere in the distance, a loon cried out in bureaucratic despair. According to the ancient lore, passed down by fishermen who definitely didn't make it up on the spot, the punishment is swift and specific. The offender shall be yanked into the ice hole. Not necessarily to perish, just to ruin their day. The gods are petty, not murderous. But there is a loophole. A sacred clause. A mystical technicality buried deep in the frosty fine print. The curse can only be broken if the oldest sibling rescues the doomed one without laughing. Not a chuckle. Not a snort. Not even the faintest heh. Brian, being the elder, fulfilled this duty with heroic restraint. His face remained stone. His spirit unbroken. His sense of humor temporarily suppressed by divine necessity. But the curse was not yet satisfied. For the lore states that within 24 hours, the cursed one, Mark, must inconvenience the Savior for no less than an hour. No one knows why. The gods don't explain themselves. They just enforce policy. And fate, as it often does, provided the perfect opportunity. The next day, Brian drove Mark to the airport. As they reached the drop-off, Brian asked, "Do you have your phone?" Mark checked his pockets. Nothing. Checked his bag. Still nothing. Checked the same pocket again, as humans do when panicking. Nope. The phone was back at Brian's house. Thus, the prophecy unfolded. Brian turned the car around, retrieved the forgotten device, and drove all the way back, an hour lost to the winds of destiny. The curse was fulfilled. The magic sealed. The cosmic paperwork stamped and filed. And so, as the legend decrees, once the curse is lifted, the saved must honor the Savior with a tribute of no less than $50. Cash, digital, or whatever form of offering the gods accept these days. Such is the tale of Urinate Gate, passed down to remind all who walk the frozen lakes. Respect the holes. Honor your siblings. And for the love of all that is holy, watch where you pee.